are 5 movies that are not as dumb as you think they are. First is Dumb and Dumber. I am not talking about the sequel or the prequel. A lot of people just judge it by the name and the slapstick humor. But the real humor in this comes from the fact that these two guys, who are, by most accounts, pretty dumb, think that they're brilliant. And so watching them go through life thinking that everyone around them is dumber than them is where the true humor lies in this film. Next up is the Brady Bunch movie and also the sequel. This movie's only rated at like a 6 on IMDb, which is a crime. The satire in this film, similar to Josie and the Pussycats, is so spot on. I think people go into these films thinking that it's going to be something else. And when it turned out to be a satire, that's not for everybody. That doesn't mean that this film is dumb like a lot of people think. It made me laugh as a kid. It makes me laugh even more as an adult. It's pretty clever, and fans of the original series will really find it funny. Next is Saw 6, and really the whole Saw series. I get that the extreme violence turns a lot of people away from the series, and I totally get that. What a lot of people don't realize about the Saw series is not only the twists that are pretty darn cool, but they also sneak in points about the healthcare and health insurance system, which is a big deal because you don't see that in horror films very often. And when I first saw Saw 6, I was a student at an academy specializing in allied health and biomedical sciences. And I was struggling with a lot of the things that I was seeing with real people in regards to what their insurance would and wouldn't cover. I'd never really seen that discussed in a popular movie like this. So when this came out and I was a student in the healthcare field, it was just refreshing to see a mainstream film like this shining a light on the issues within the health insurance system. Next, there's Little Nicky. I'm not saying that this is a great film, but it is funnier and a lot more creative than a lot of other comedy films of the genre. The premise of being the son of an angel and a demon, pretty captivating. There were some really great jokes and gags. So yeah, I'd say it's A tier for the genre. And finally, we have Fight Club. I remember when I saw this for the first time when I was 14, I was mesmerized. I went to the salon, I was telling my technician that I saw this movie and I loved it so much. She responded, "Oh yeah, Brad and Edward are so hot." And I was like, ew, no, they're old, they're like 30. I was referring to the twist at the end. And yeah, the twist is cool, but we all know it. I just went back and rewatched this, and oh my gosh, is it relevant as ever? I can't imagine how it would have gone today if there was online shopping. Because in this film, they're talking so much about overconsumption from catalogs. So I would just love to see like a modern telling of this in some way. But in the meantime, this film is great, and it's unfortunate that it's been co-opted by a lot of groups that don't quite get the message. They see, ooh, men fighting, or ooh, attractive men, and they miss the point in a similar way that a lot of people do with American Psycho. There are much bigger points to these films than what you see on the surface level, and that's what makes them not as dumb as you think.